It was the third day of December, a quarter after 2 in the morning. The neon lights of the city were blurring in his sight as he tried to walk straightly crossing 9th Avenue Street all alone.
Oh, city of Manila, what a wonderful place you are.
He screamed in drunkenness.
Today is a special day. Don't you know that?
He chuckled, then he sobbed. Then a tear rolled down his cheek. Dizzy, holding a bottle of Blue Label in my left hand and halfway consumed Palmo cigarette in the other. The smoke that he blew in the air smeared the surface with a dirty white cloud, a perfect picture of reminiscing the times when his mother would prepare their favorite dinner with his father. He could smell the mouth-watering smell of fish tinola as he pushed the gate to enter.
Oh, nandito na pala ang anak mo.
His father exclaimed in surprise as he got his things and put them on the sofa.
Sakto! Magbihis ka na anak at kakain na tayo.
His mother smiled at him. Then she placed the warm dish on the table. His father would begin to tell again how he courted his mom, while his mom would giggly react as if she did not like it.
Tandang-tanda ko pa anak, nung kabataan ko pa.
He smelled the aroma of freshly cooked tinola.
Kamukhang kamukha mo ako, sobrang pogi. At si mama mo?
He stopped laughing.
Si mama mo, kilig na kilig sa akin yan.
Then he tapped his son's shoulder as if it happened yesterday.
Sa bagay, hanggang ngayon naman.
He added teasingly. They would just laugh together at how his dad would tease his mom. She could see the never-endless and igniting romance that a couple had, the thing he never appreciated. To him, those were corny, silly stuff. His father was still flirting with mother at that age, so he guessed he should have cold reporters so that the world would witness how sweet they were.
Pathetic.
He rolled his eyes at the ceiling and took a deep sigh.
I was never proud to have a perfect picture of a family like them. I did not like saying I love you to them either. Until I realized one day, would this become a memory to me? A memory. A very wonderful one that always crossed my mind wherever I went, haunted me in my dreams, and continued to whisper in my ears how terrible son I was.
And he savored the last gulps from the bottle of liquor and freely exhaled the cigarette smoke in the air. The smoke almost covered his vanishing sight as he crossed the busy street.
Those happy memories. The times when I reluctantly played a chess game with dad that afternoon. Those times that mom would teach me how to cook and shared some of her best recipes in the kitchen. How mom sensed me when I was down. The warm embrace from them on my graduation day. And how they cheered on me on my first day at the job.
All of a sudden, there was a blinding light that flashed into his eyes, hearing the scratching sound of the wheels. Everything happened in a swift second. The liquor flew in the air and dropped to the ground, completely shattered into countless tiny pieces. His body helplessly rolled upside down on the floor after that abrupt, forceful impact. He did not know what exactly happened, but he found himself lying down on the ground bleeding. He saw next to his eyes those tiny pieces of crystals from the bottle of a Blue Label glittered as the street lights reflected on them. He felt the blood slowly pouring out from his mouth as the darkness swallowed those neon lights of the city.
Then, I hear the woman crying.
Tulong! Namangga yung tao! Tulong!
And the noise of a crowd appeared somewhere. Just a few moments. From distance, the wailing sound of a rushing ambulance joined the murmuring voices of the crowd. I felt the same feeling when I saw mom and dad lose their lives in a car accident a couple of months ago. But the only difference was that I felt better this time. So much better. Maybe I was so tired of this grief after losing them, and I was so tired of fighting anymore. So I just let it happen. Though losing perception, I could still feel that someone carefully carried my tired, wounded body and placed it inside the ambulance. Then someone put the respirator on me, and from that, I completely lost consciousness.
It was a breezy third day of December when his mother gave him birth. His dad was nervously waiting outside the delivery room, walking back and forth. It was a mixture of excitement, worry, and happiness for his father. Imagine how excited he was to have his único hijo. After a few moments, the doctor went out of the room and told him that his mother successfully delivered the baby and could already be visited. His mother spotted the marks of happiness on her husband's unpainted face as he carried the baby in his arms for the first time.
Oh, manang-mana sa akin ah.
He proudly looked at the baby. From then on, they always celebrated a special day for him. They fully nurtured him with so much love that they could not sleep without seeing Yuki. His mother had to stop from her job as office staff to take care of him, and so his father worked hard to provide for their needs. At the age of 7, his mother sent him to school. It was his first time and he cried. He remembered his mother whispering to his ear saying, "Big boys don't cry." From that, he realized to be mature. He wiped his tears with his bare hands and went straightly onto his little chair. It was a relief when he looked back and he saw she was smiling at him.
I remembered how I colored those shapes and wrote up perfectly on the paper after countless times of mistakes. Julian Benedicto Alvarez Jr. I experienced so much in school that made me proud of myself. I joined baseball competitions at school and won lots of awards. Every weekend, I would go biking, and later, to my surprise, Dad gifted me a brand new motorcycle. I witnessed how happy Dad was.
Kahit mumurahin lang yan anak, pero maganda yan.
Dad tapped my shoulder. I never valued it. I just accepted it because he gave me so. From then, I began to explore the world of sports, including horseback riding, surfing, and even boat racing. But not all story ends like a fairy tale. Not mine.
On the same day, he had his surfing competition, but they were not able to come and support him. He would not deny the fact that he felt disappointed, but sometimes there were things that you had to do all by yourself. But as he raised the trophy in the air, just the news was reported by a friend of his, rushing, telling him that his parents died in a car accident while heading to the Coliseum where the sports events were held.
Just like a bottle of Blue Label, my life has shattered and I felt it was the end. Living without them was the darkest day of my life. I had not been dependent on them, not until I found myself that it was hard for me to accept that I was living by myself now.
It was a gloomy afternoon and seemed to rain at any time. The silence was ruling the entire cemetery as if they felt what he felt that time. The soft and cold brisk wind caressed him as he headed to the place where their remains were buried. Tears rolled down his cheeks seeing his parents' names engraved on their tombs. Then the rain began to pour heavy as the burdens of taking for granted those times when we were together. Losing them was also losing his life's direction. He drowned himself in alcohol and drugs, believing that these could ease the pain, but he was wrong.
There, I was having a good time in the city of Manila, spending my birthday alone. I was not alone, I had cool strangers with me. I had my alcohol, cigarettes, and my drugs with me. Was I alone then? Cheers! I raised the bottle of Blue Label in the air and indulged myself in the colored dancing lights of the bar. I swayed to the beat of music. I danced and partied as if it would never end. I did not know where I was going because of so much alcohol taken. Oh, was I going back to the time when they were alive? My vision was blurring, but I still wanted to enjoy the moment. Oh, City of Manila, what a wonder place you are! I screamed in drunkenness and great sarcasm. Today is my special day! Don't you know that? I was crossing the street when an accident happened. A car hit me.
Everything happened so fast. He lost consciousness as the ambulance made its way to the hospital. It was then he realized he was in his delirium, emotionally appreciating all the times how his dad and mom would spend time with him. Those countless times that his father always shared those happy moments with his mother. He saw all the stories that his father told him that he reluctantly listened to, like how his father met his mother for the first time, how his mother rode on the bicycle with his father, and those jokes that his father imagined. What if they're riding in a bear or a deer riding a bicycle? All of these happened as if they were real. Deliriously trying to go back to those times, he chuckled and sobbed.